Hello and welcome to Driver Interviews with Bobby Fazio. Today is Tuesday, January 31st, 2023, and I don't have any of my fancy stuff. I don't even have my microphones. I do have my computer, thankfully, squished into a little studio right now. Sold our house yesterday, waiting to close on our new house on Friday, so we have this little limbo period where all of our stuff is in storage in pod shoved in here. I mean, it's crazy right now, so I don't have my fancy little intro that you guys are probably used to. And I'm glad I brought my computer. I took care of my stuff. I put it in boxes. Fragile, Bobby's stuff, everybody else's stuff, my wife's stuff, my stepson stuff. Kobe, throw it in there. Put Fragile in that box too. Shove it in the corner. I don't care where that stuff goes. All I care about is where my stuff is, right? All right, guys. So thanks for joining me today. Driverinterviews.com is my website. Go there if you want shirts, if you want stickers, if you want hats. I like these hats made by Mark Kirby of Wicked Stitches. Really came out cool. This is the fitted version. I also have the net with the what's it called? The little snap in the back. The trucker hats. Check those out. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate it. We're almost at 2,300 subscribers, so I'm pretty happy about that. Hope you all enjoyed my Chuck Stubeck interview last Thursday. That was well received, and that was cool. He talked about a lot of cool stuff. How about that guy being a Hollywood cop for 30 years? He got to meet all kinds of celebrities, I'm sure. Wonder if he was at the Viper Room the night River Phoenix passed away, if any of you guys are old enough to remember who that is. But a cool story there. I don't want to give it away, but he tells a cool story about somebody who he did have to protect for about 50 feet of walk. So check it out. Driverinterviews.com and YouTube channel. Facebook, Instagram, at Driver Interviews. Check it out. Use hashtag The Car Show. I see a lot of people doing it, and I love it. I'm liking all those photos. People posting pictures of their stock or super stock car and using the hashtag The Car Show. Remember, it is the car show. We're the greatest car show on earth, so use that hashtag. Take it over. It's ours. Draginsights.com. Check out your stats. More importantly, check out your opponent's stats. Check out the analytics tab. That's the new one. The heads up tab. That's another new one. Class runoffs tab. That's another new one. So you can see, everybody's stats while they're in bracket mode versus their stats when they're in heads up class elimination runoff mode. You can also see who's the baddest dude in your class or dudette. All right. When I go to K-Stock Automatic, I sort by the quickest runs. I see Jim Marshall went 11:20 at Indy last year. Insanity. But can't do any of that without going to draginsights.com. So check it out. At least get yourself a free membership. I don't know why you wouldn't do that at this point. But if you want the premium membership, $50 for the year or $5 a month, and sign up for contingency. Rob Youngblood, advancedclutches.com. Check out Rob Youngblood. Go to advancedclutches.com. Call him up. If you got any questions about your clutch, getting into stick cars, check it out. I'm excited about a new stick car in D1, 1963 Ford Galaxy by Pat Clementi. I'm going to, dude, day one in D1. I told him, you're batting leadoff for driver interviews, so be ready. It's a beautiful blue Galaxy with a 427 in it. Can't wait to see it in person. I haven't seen it yet, and I know other people have. He was gone. He left the Dutch Classic before I got there this year, so I can't wait to see it. But there you go. Stick cars rule, right? Don Kennedy Race Car Insurance, 602-284-6240. Give Don Kennedy a call. Policies for your race ride start at $180 for the year. So I don't know, can't afford not to, like you always hear me say, can't afford not to, or hit them up at ondonkennedy@gmail.com. CP Carrillo Pistons, hit up my boy Nick Diaz, Nick at cpcarrillo.com. Check him out. Tell him Bobby Fazio sent you. Get yourself some Pistons. CP Pistons, been hearing their name a lot in our driver interviews also. I believe Chuck Stubeck said he was running CP Pistons when asked, and I think Darcy Clark was the interview before him, and he was running CP Pistons, and I run CP Pistons. So a lot of people run CP Pistons. Get yourself some. Nick at cpcarrillo.com. Total Seal Rings. All right. Lake Speed. You guys all saw our tech episode, 2 weeks ago now? Or was it last week? I can't even remember. All the days are running together. I'm still getting good feedback from that. Just got an email from Gary Emmons. Thank you, Gary, for that. Said he was really enjoying that episode, learned a lot, and played it back a couple times, making sure he didn't miss anything. So I forwarded that to Lake Speed among the other comments we got. It was a well-received episode. So if you do call Total Seal Piston Rings, tell him Bobby Fazio sent you. Tell him you watched Lake Speed on this show and that you learned something. I'd appreciate that, guys. All right. So what's going on this weekend? Well, actually, I got a question for January 29th. Did the Southern Super Stock Association have a race then down in Florida? Somebody comment and let me know. Because I wasn't able to really follow anything this weekend. Like I said, I was kind of moving and shaking and loading stuff in trucks and cars and planes and trains and automobiles. I missed the whole weekend. The Philadelphia Eagles played the NFC Championship. I didn't get to watch one single play of that game. I had friends saying, hey, coming down to the stadium? Are we hanging out today? And I was just like, no, can't do it. So I want to know if they ran in that Southern Super Stock Association. It was down in Florida, and we posted something about it like a week or two ago. I was trying to get that car count up. Hey, Don, how you doing, sir? Thanks for joining. So let me know if they ran. Also, if you are looking to run in a stock or super stock, a stock super stock association race, there's a couple of them here. I have one. I think the Hawk brothers are doing February 18th and 19th in Tucson, Arizona, I believe. So check out this flyer here. Contact them. There's a Facebook address there. There is a phone number for Brad Hawk and Matt Hawk. Find out what the payout's going to be. Find out what the entry fee is going to be. It is looking like a guaranteed payout, and I think at least their payouts are like $1,200. I read somewhere, and I don't think it costs that much to race it. So you want to get warmed up for the season starts, West Coast racers, before you head to Arizona and Pomona and everywhere else. There's a good opportunity for you. Another good opportunity for you West Coast racers out there is the PMR race cars and Wicked Stitches. I got to get this website right. wickedstitches.com. I hope I'm saying that right still. The creator of these hats, second annual Super Stock Combo, 10 grand to win, 10,000 smackaroonies to win for a $300 weekend entry. It says weekend entry. So I don't know if it's the 10 grand race and then like another little race on top of that. But let me know there. You got time trials March 17th and eliminations March 18th. I don't know what's going on Sunday. So check it out. See there's a phone number to call down there for hotels and a website to visit for more information. What's up, Scott Giordano? How you doing, sir? Thanks for joining me. All right, so Orlando, NHRA starts this weekend. This is D2, Orlando, February 3rd and 4th. We have a divisional. Race coming already. And mind you, if you're trying to plan out your schedule, back to Drag Insights, they are importing the race schedule so you can, everything's color-coded, divisionals, nationals, class runoffs. They're going to put all kinds of information on a schedule. I think they even maybe putting NMCA and NMRA in there too. So draginsights.com, it's all right on the homepage on the calendar. There's a nice interactive calendar there for everybody to look at. But Orlando this weekend, give me a roll call. Who's coming? Who's getting out of this lousy northeast cold weather and headed south down to Orlando? Wish it was a little bit closer to the Gator Nationals because like you go down to Orlando, you can run there. And then I'm hoping everybody finds a place to store their stuff until first weekend of March where you can run the Baby Gators and then eventually the Gator Nationals for anybody that got into the Gator Nationals. So let me know who's going to go to Orlando. I think I saw Stickles was headed down there. I think I saw Joe Lisa. Did I see Joe Lisa was heading to Orlando or was I mistaken? I forget. I saw a couple people from up here that were going to head down there, and I'm assuming most people in D2 would head there. You guys are spoiled with sunshine down there, so it's probably not a huge deal for you, but it is for us to get down there and do it. So good luck, anybody that's heading there. Be safe. Yo, James, you have no idea. I'm so stressed out. I don't know. I got nothing to do but smile at this point. Some of it's just comical. I mean, I wish I could share with you all the stress I'm going through, but I don't want this to turn into a shrink session. Glad it quit snowing. Yes, it did. Now it's just gray and ugly. You don't even know what to root for anymore. I mean, the sun is just it just doesn't want to come out around these parts. But yeah, thanks for your well wishes and concerns there. SRAC votes. Don't forget to vote. I don't know if that's still going on or what, but let your voice be heard. Get on your division's website. There's got to be a link on your division website for you to vote for. In our case, most of my audience for super stock representatives, but I do have .90 people that chime in every once in a while, so make sure you guys vote for your representatives as well. Let's get some transparency. Let's get some good discussion. Let's try to vote on things, like we were before, but hopefully, we keep going with that, and they listen to us and they let our voices be heard. Whoever gets the job, though, approach NHRA with common sense, with common courtesy. Get, what's that saying? You get more bees with honey than you do with, I don't know what the saying is. The squeaky wheel gets the grease, something like that. But don't be too squeaky where you annoy them. Just like approach it with some finesse. Okay, present your points validly. That's all I ask for whoever represents us. I think it's probably going to be Marty Reinhardt. And Marty Reinhardt's a very smooth cat, we'll say. He knows how to talk to people. He's a customer service guru and very easy to talk to him. Very polite and nice person. So I know he'll do a good job for us if he gets it. The blinders. Let's go back to the blinders for a minute. I know it was very, very controversial last week. I got some hate mail from people. I got some I agree with you mail, and I get hate mail, but that's what I get. This show is 80%. I'm trying to do everything I can to better stock and super stock for all of us, and 20%, entertainment. I like people that chime in, and sometimes we're going to make enemies and friends. It's just the way it is. But did anybody else find it funny that the wording for NMCA, now NMCA banned the whole, it's like the same exact blinder rule as NHRA, and the wording is like word for word exact, which makes me wonder if this is a lawyer move here, and maybe the same group of lawyers represents both sanctioning bodies. I don't know, but I thought it was interesting because I know some people might have had in the back of their minds that, well, you know what, I'm done with NHRA. I'm going to go run NMCA and use my blinder. I don't think it's going to work out for you. So be careful with that. I still can't believe that there's such a huge deal made out of this. There's still very little clarification. Is it still allowed to be bolted to the roll bar? It can still swivel. Is it still allowed to be a 4x8? Or are they just absolutely gone altogether? Is it, take it down after you pull off the shutdown and onto the return road and your car is stopped? Can you get rid of that? I mean, if you really think about it, window nets are a visual impairment, aren't they? I mean, I raced my first car with a window net this past year, and I didn't particularly like it. You're looking over for somebody, and most of the time in that car I was chasing somebody down, but there was a time or two where I was getting chased, and I'm like, dude, I can't see through this net. Like, what's going on with these safety features? They're getting in my way. But I don't know. I still would like to hear if there's any caveats to this new ruling. All right. So if anybody knows anything, comment. Let me know. Pete, what's up? How you doing, Pete? Pete's one of my crew chiefs, team captains. Comes with me to all the races. And also helps me work on the house when I need, when we're trying to put a new door in or fix some boards on the deck. He's your all-around American guy. All right, thanks for joining us, Pete. So, yeah, blinders, let me know. Division 1, we got our banquet this weekend. And I tell you what, I looked at that banquet schedule, and there is cocktail hour on there, and I'm taking full advantage because I need a drink after this past week. I'm sorry. I hope they got I need... you get some Tanqueray in that place or some Hendrix. I want some gin and tonic, and I want some Coronas with a lime in there. All right, because after this weekend, man, the amount of trips, the amount of loading, unloading, get out of the house, get this done, hurry up. Oof. I should have been drinking while I was doing it, but then I don't know how much more stuff I would have broken along the way. Goody 2054, thank you very much. I don't know who you are, but thank you for watching. I appreciate it. This is not the normal background. This is not the normal setting. I actually usually will have microphones that are better than this. But if you just tuned in, rewind a couple minutes and you'll see that I'm going through the move process. But thanks for joining us. Subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. So like I said, Division One banquet, I'm getting off topic. It's in Hershey, Pennsylvania, which is good for me. It's only about 2-hour drive from me. I know some of the Division One extends all the way up to Canada. So I don't know how many people are coming, but give me a roll call. I want to know who's going to be there. I want to know who I'm going to be able to talk to. And I don't really know how it works. I've never been to a Division One banquet before. I've only been to Maple Grove Raceway's banquet a couple times when I used to bracket race on a weekly basis. So I'm pretty excited to go and check it out. And I don't know. I feel like I have to go. I had a good season this past season. Finished 5th in Superstock D1. It's the best I've ever done. Maybe the best I will do for a long time. I don't know how much racing I'll be able to do this year, but hopefully, a good amount. My father is in Pennsylvania working hard on an engine for me. And sorry, Dad, I'm not there to help you. It's probably better though, because when you build it by yourself, it's probably going to be better than if you're getting help from me. Though I am the master ring cutter, I gotta say, I get those rings exactly with the specs that Lake Speed tells me to hit. I hit them. All right. Fazio can hit the gap like no other. Steve Zupka is going to be there. Thank you. I'm glad. Steve's somebody I do like. I mean, if I don't like you, I don't care if you're going to be there. I'm just kidding. I like everybody. Particularly like Steve Zupka, though. Steve, I'll see you there, buddy. Chevy added a Copo Camaro combination for 2023. So on NHRAracer.com, I was just noticing there was like a lot of updates. Some of the rule updates didn't really apply to us, but the main one that I saw was 2023 Copos being added to the guide. I didn't go into the guide and see what the actual combinations were. Anybody wants to comment and let me know, I'd appreciate it. So I'm glad. I'm just glad that Copo is still a thing, okay, in 2023, because this EV stuff, I mean, all these manufacturers are trying to get out in front of it. And, the government is forcing a market where one does not exist right now. And that's always scary. That goes against capitalism, in my opinion. But I just don't see how. I don't want to get political here, but it's like they're trying to get rid of the internal combustion engine sooner than it's logistically possible to get rid of it. So I'm hoping Copo and Chrysler, and Ford, they can all keep the Cobra Jet and the drag pack, and the Copo can just keep going, extend it, stretch it as long as you can, and a couple more years, because we all love the sights, sounds, and smells of those cars and those internal combustion engines. I just don't. It'll be cool to see an EV go down the track, and I'm all for an EV class. I want it there. I think it needs to happen. With me welcoming in EV, I don't want to shove out internal combustion. So I want us all to be there. We all be one big happy family. I'm excited to see innovation. It'll be cool because classes get boring once they're figured out. The most fun classes to watch are the ones that aren't figured out. When pro stockers were doing wheelies and going sideways and ripping gears and who's spinning and who's getting down the track, and then you get like Bob Glidden or Warren Johnson comes out and runs like a sick, nasty time, and then you got all the other weekend warriors out there trying to get down the track. It's cool when everybody's like shooting for it. Once a class gets so figured out that it's the same like 10 guys just running the fast times, and it's not fun anymore. It's too predictable, right? So maybe with that EV, we'll get some cool, unpredictable, non-figured out yet style of racing that's exciting to watch. So we can look at it from that angle, guys. I ran Super Street for several years in D2 and 3. All right. Thanks, Goody. You can comment with your name so we can all say hi to you if you want. If not, no big deal. You can rename anonymous here with your username. Thanks for watching. Valve guy, our Ford guy. Am I our Ford guy? Because I appreciate it if I am. I'm far from the staple of it. I don't quite have all the knowledge of probably the real Ford guys out there, but I'm still learning, and I wholeheartedly enjoy running a Ford, let alone a 289 cubic inch Ford. GM just invested $1 billion in internal combustion engines. That's wonderful news. Thanks, James. $1 billion. We'll take it. Was it funded? I just hope no more bailouts. All right. I'm tired of all these bailouts. With all these bailouts, all these banks and these car companies, they just get to be reckless. And if it's like a high it turns out to be a no risk, high reward situation, and I don't like that stuff either. Jeff Goodman. All right. Thanks. Thanks for joining us, and good to meet you. Paulie. Paul, how's it going? Hope mom and dad are doing well, and hope you can come to the banquet this weekend. Want to see you there. I'll buy you a drink. I'll buy you a drink at cocktail hour. I owe Paul about 10 drinks. He let me drive his car last year, and I didn't win him a whole lot of money. So I got to pay him back in some, in cocktails instead. So good to see you, Paul. Thanks for joining us. Who else has gone on ClassRacer.com recently and looked at these threads? Is it like, it's like a comedy show on there anymore? My goodness. The things, like if you go on ClassRacer.com right now and click on the stock and super stock forum, I don't know how many threads are on there at a given time. Maybe I can hurry up and go on there. There we go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 threads on there. And I had to say about 15 of them are probably like complaining threads. And they go pretty far. And they're pretty funny, some of them. Now, I used to go in there and comment on these things, but it sucks the life out of you, because then you like go back on and you want to see who commented back to you sometimes, or you're, after you hit the post button once in a while, you regret what you said. At least there's an edit button on there. Sometimes I do that. I need to stop being like, I'm trying to respond to things when I'm more calm and like less caught up in the moment, Sometimes I do that. I do that, I think we all do, when you're like furious about something, or you're shocked, or somebody writes something so stupid that just about blows your brain out the front of your skull. You're like, how did that really come out of your mouth? Or how did that come out of your fingertips on Class Racer or on Facebook? So I try to just like read it. If it gets me like wondering, I'll go back to it in like 10 minutes or later on today when I'm like, have a little bit more of a calm approach and be like, hey, what you've just written is absolutely insane. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. What movie is that, Steve Zupka? I know you know that one. All right. So anyways, the whole thing was the no blinders thread had 191 replies with 44,000 plus views. That was pretty crazy, the whole blinders thing. And then we got Drag Racing is Dead, started by Gump. We got And So It Starts by Charlie Downing. That's the one with the saving spots and how people were getting in and out of Gainesville. Gainesville was filled in 3 minutes in stock and like 15 minutes in super stock at 50 car quotas. But for some reason, the Arizona Nationals gave 70 car quotas in stock and super stock, and they are still not full yet. I don't know why they chose to give more cars to that race in stock and super stock. I think it was just because they have less classes there and they could do it. And maybe they even thought, hey, it's the last national event, in Phoenix or Chandler, Arizona, so we'll bump up the car counts a little bit. I really love that track. I can't get out there this year, and so I'm sad that I will, I guess, never see it again. But that was a really cool event. ATSCO Nationals, I think it used to be called when I was a little kid. And I hope those classes fill. I want to see as many stock and super stock cars there as possible. I do wish they would open up stock and super stock a little bit more at Gainesville. I mean, when that filled up in 3 minutes, it would have been nice for them to open that up. I do think that Top Sportsman still, I don't know. I haven't checked it recently, but they were only at 12 cars, 12 entries. I mean, if we keep getting closer to the race and nobody's entering, now mind you, I don't know if Top Sportsman, I don't know what grade we're at now. Grade 8 was how many weeks ago? What are we at? Grade 3 by now? Grade 4? Maybe it will fill up. I don't know. But if it doesn't, it's like, can we open up the remainder of spots to like some of the other classes? Just divide them up. Like if they're taking, I don't know, 40 or cars and Top Sportsman and only 15 enter, can we take that remaining 25 cars and just divvy them up? A couple cars here, a couple here, go down the line. It would be nice. But too many classes at Gainesville, like I said before, and not enough quota. Yeah, Doug, who was your team? Cincinnati, I think. So sorry about that. I didn't get to watch that game either, but I saw Mahomes had a hell of a day. So sad to see the Bengals going down. Eagles versus Kansas City in the Super Bowl. We got our old coach, Andy Reid, coaching Kansas City, and we got this new young coach coaching the Eagles. See how that one goes. Hopefully I have time to watch that game. Anyways, that's pretty much all I had there. I still have Chad Logie's interview and Santi Grossi and Darren Grossi left in the pipeline. There's the only 3 I had left from Pomona, so I'll try and get them out there. Send me some footage from Orlando this weekend, whoever's going to be there. I'm excited to actually go, online and see results, hopefully some video. Got my NHRA TV subscription is in good order. I believe we were all given a discount code when we signed up. So if you don't have NHRA.tv, go in there, email somebody that you need to email or email NHRA, and they should send you at least like a 10% discount code. And that takes the price from like $150 for the year. At least you can get $15 off or something like that. So take advantage of that. NHRA TV is like, I just love when there's a race going on. I can have it on in the background. I can be doing work. It's so wonderful to have. So I really appreciate NHRA having that for us. And they give us all the sportsman races for free. So Orlando, actually, you don't even need to pay for NHRA TV to watch the divisional races. They're provided by sponsors. So get on NHRA.tv and get a free subscription and check out divisional races. I would like to hear the latest updated Total Seal rings usages. All right, me too. What else can we use them for? Engagement. If I got the diamond-coated rings and gave it to my wife on our engagement night, it probably would have cost more than the engagement ring I did give her. She doesn't know that, though. It looks very expensive. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. If I forgot anything or anyone, give me a comment. Check out the sponsors that I gave you earlier. Tell them Bobby Fazio sent you, and I appreciate that. It helps all of us. Hopefully next time you see me, I'll be in like a real house. Who knows, though? Everybody knows the house buying process is very stressful, and I can't wait for it to be over. All right, guys, have a good one. Driver interviews with Bobby Fazio. Great seeing you. Have a good week. Good luck, whoever is headed to Orlando, and whoever's going to Gainesville. I will see you there. Take care.